Hello, everybody. Dave Robson again. Just want to tell you again, thank you so much for joining me on this live. Really want to get to talk about this mail-in protest. You guys know I had the mail-in protest started last week. That was from Monday through Thursday, and the mail-in protest was designed to encourage and help everybody to be able to join in, no matter where you're located, where you're at in this country. Just be able to participate in helping me with protesting for Daniel. As you guys know, it's a in-person protest that we'll be heading up pretty soon. This will help with that, as well as some of the things I'm working in the background that you guys not aware of. I'm definitely pushing really hard to get my son's case moved to a different department. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the Buckeye Police Department, guys know how I feel about the way my son's case has been handled from day one. I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can as a father to assure that my son is getting the justice that he deserves and justice that he needs. Again, you guys, I want to point out that, of course, I understand this live is not having a really clear picture. I do acknowledge that. This is some of the reasons why, of course, bandwidth and things like that. But you guys, I hope you guys are not having a hard time really seeing the footage and seeing everything I'm putting here on this live. If so, I apologize, but I want you guys to really get a bit get a big part of what I'm trying to do is what I'm saying, you guys. I definitely want you to be a part of this event. It's very helpful to me. It's very important for my efforts to finding my son. So again, you guys know Daniel, geologist Daniel Cornelius Robinson, my son, has been missing for almost 2 years now, still fighting. There's so much evidence, so much information that I was able to give out to the Buckeye Police Department, as well as other law enforcement agencies, looking for someone to really step in and do some things that will allow me to get the answers and get the justice that my son needs, to find out exactly where he went, and things like that. So, of course, you guys, justice is the biggest part. And without justice, there would be no peace. I was put this up here. You guys, no justice, no peace. We demand action, and we are the people like yourself who's a part of this grassroots movement. This grassroots movement that been happening ever since I went out to Arizona on June the 26th of 2021. My son was missing June 23rd, 2021. I've been out there searching and working with law enforcement, working really hard out there alone. Law enforcement did not help with the searches. We did over 48 weeks of searches, over 35,000 acres of land covered, recovered human remains, bringing closures to other families. But Daniel need the justice. We need justice for Daniel. You guys have been out there, and I really help you. I'm really grateful for you guys of your help. We demand justice. You are my extended family, and I really want to make sure I honor that. All right, no justice, no peace means that there can be no peace without justice. My son Daniel went missing for nearly 2 years. It's time for this justice, you guys. It's gone on 2 years, and we're not going to let this become a cold case, especially with all the information that I gave up to law enforcement. My experience searching my son, you guys know I had to put my hard hat on, my investigator's hat on. I had to put my search hat on. You call it a hard hat. And also had to be an advocate for other families, because I have met a lot of families like you who came out to help me in my searches, but have a missing loved one of your own. We're praying for them as well. I'm trying to help as much as I can possible, to utilize my platform to help anybody who's willing or want to be able to come and share their story. I've been reaching out as much as I can, waiting to see if I can get families on. I feel that law enforcement has failed Daniel, and I'm going to continue to fight for him, you guys. They felt me and my family, and I'm not going to stop until I get justice. The effects of injustice creates anger, frustration, and a sense of powerlessness. It can lead to social unrest and protest. That's exactly what I'm doing, you guys. Let's work towards this justice. Is the I know you guys can't see it too much clearly on the screen that you're looking at. At least I hope so. You can, but when there's injustice, it creates anger, frustration, and a sense of powerlessness, and it can lead to social unrest, protests, and let's work together to get this justice. And that's what we need sometimes, to put the protest out there so we can get the justice that we're looking for. Justice don't come free sometimes. So you got to fight for it. Because law enforcement refuses to take the physical evidence, you guys, that of foul play. I have been well, let me back up a little bit. Because law enforcement was slow to act initially, Daniel remains missing. You guys know I have been I put in a missing person report. I've been asking for at the beginning this search for file, well, as again, a welfare check at Daniel's apartment. So on and so on. You guys know all the efforts I have been doing from day one, and law enforcement have been very slow to act. We just now getting this year a really so-called really big search from law enforcement, which you guys have a lot of questions on, but we would talk about that in the future. But those things I'm saying is they call it a big effort that he did this year. Here it is, 2023. My son went missing in 2021, and so those slow actions is causing my son to be missing. That's what I'm saying. That's the reason why it warrants me to get my son case to where a place where that urgency is there. That whole big attention is to my son's case the way it deserves to be. Just like for any other case, all cases should be treated the same. Also, because law enforcement refuses to take the physical evidence of foul play, I gave them Daniel justice has been hampered because somebody is involved. They need to be found. They need to be brought to justice, and they need to uh, spit out what happened to my son. So those type deals. We know this is a position of foul play. We look at the scene, you guys. I gave them hard physical evidence to the Buckeye Police Department. I hired a private investigator who's a professional, who's able to give them that information. Very highly qualified power investigator who look into my son's case, but they decide to hire their own investigator to try to rebut the findings of my investigator, not producing anything, but just come in just to try to rebut my investigator's findings. So, of course, you guys, like I said, they refuse to take the physical evidence. They are very hampering. This is the Buckeye Police Department. I'm telling you guys, they're hampering my son's investigation, not trying to find answers, but trying to rebut everything that does come up. The information they find. I remember Chief Hall was on CNN said you can't make up evidence. We gave them evidence that they refused. I have a solution to the problem. I am demanding that the Buckeye Police Department release my son's case to an outside agency that brings results. Those outside agencies, one of the biggest one is Maricopa County. My son was missing in Maricopa County, as you guys know, as well as the FBI. My son's vehicle found on FBI on federal property land, as well as the fact that there were human remains found in this crime scene area where my son vehicle showed up. So, and where he went missing. So those warrant the FBI to come in, not just for my son's case, but for all the other remains that we found out there in that desert. There should not be a project going on in that desert, and when you're finding human remains in that vicinity there. But that's the reason why you guys, the outside agents, to be there as well. Since my son was missing, the Buckeye Police Department has not found anything that would bring me closer and my family closer to what happened to Daniel. Not anything, not a construction cone, not a hair pick, nothing. They didn't find anything, you guys, from day one. Only thing, again, I can see from the Buckeye Police Department is hampering anything that can lead us to have the information. They cannot produce the cell phone pings despite what they put in their report. They have not even tried. They don't even, didn't even get any type of footages for Daniel ever riding in out there in Arizona. They haven't got any information off his Uconnect. I mean, everything that's available technology wise, they was unable somehow magically not to be able to get. So again, you guys, they do not have the available cell phone pings or traffic camera footage, nor do they have the location that the Uconnect Daniel's Jeep can provide. You guys know what Uconnect is, like definitely like a OnStar if you got that in your vehicle. Those things are designed. The Google history is wiped from the phone, from his location and things like that. Location stuff been taken out of that phone, and they still feel like it's not foul play because anything that would help us find out where Daniel possibly was at the time was wiped out, and not just wiped out. Some things I just can't get alone because if I can get it myself from these the cell phone pings and things like that, that I don't have to rely on law enforcement to do, I would do it. So I'm trying to find ways and things to get it done myself now. Everything that can help find Daniel seems to be conveniently be blocked by the Buckeye Police Department. Now that they are blocking other agencies that are able to come in and help. You guys wrote a long letter to Chief Hall stating how my son has been missing in a crime scene and all those things. I put all CC'd a lot of people into that letter. Of course, that put him in the corner. And he said yes, he felt he agreed to get the FBI to come take a case review. I definitely that same exact day, you guys, that he responded back to the letter. Is the day that we asked for it. He said he's going to is in the future. He's going to get the FBI. FBI can come in and do this case review. So it hadn't been done yet. And we immediately on that letter, my attorney and I sent the request to be that I be a part of that case briefing. She can be a part of it, I can be a part alone, however they felt comfortable. But I need Mr. Robinson need to be there. That's where she crafted that letter. They ignored the letter, didn't even respond, like they didn't even see it, but did the case review behind my back. And whatever they said to the FBI, they saying, now this is from Buckeye saying the FBI said that you, Mr. Robinson, are doing such a great job on your own. We don't need to come in. So those things is again part of their efforts to block anything, any agencies that come in and could take an eye and look into my son's case and get some justice and get some information that really need to be done. We will fight to get this change and this outcome, you guys, and I thank you guys for being a part. What can you do? What can we do? We can peacefully protest in two forms. I created the MailIn Protest to get targeted departments' attention and also the action that I've been looking for still. You guys, I'm still currently, just imagine, like I told you guys on the Q&A, if I hadn't been doing everything I've been doing from day one, there would not be this what have been done in my son's case. So I'm gonna keep pushing it along until I get some justice and find my son. And also next week, let's see where I'm at. I created this MailIn Protest to get targeted departments' attention and action. Next week we'll protest at their departments. You guys, like I said, you guys joining in on this MailIn Protest is also coupled. It goes along with all the other things I have planned to go along with the in-person protests, as well as some things I'm doing in the background legal wise to make sure that I get what I'm asking for. I need you to join us, and invite family and friends. For everybody who's joining in on this MailIn Protest, I need you to try to invite everybody you can, because I need all these letters, and I'm going to explain to you the reason why I need all these letters sent and how I need them in shortly. This grassroots efforts, there's power, and there's power in the people, and you guys are the people, and you are this grassroots movement. So thanks so much for that. You guys know that I have the MailIn Protest poster here. We did it, like I said, it was originally done from on the 10th, Monday through that Thursday. But I'm going to make it an every week thing now, you guys. If you guys can be joining, anytime you got during that week, if you guys have time, you can just throw a mail or two, or how many you want to, into the mailbox. Like I told you guys before, you don't necessarily, unless you really want to have something to come back to you. You know what I'm saying? There could be a one-way letter. I just need all these letters going into that department. You know what I'm saying? You guys just go ahead and send download that PDF. Go ahead and get them in an envelope and get them mailed off to the address you see on the top there. You guys, you want something back, like I said, that's why you hear me earlier say you want to sign that, put your return address, that kind of stuff like that, if you want those letters to come back to you. Because I'm sure if you got a bulk of letters you're sending out, thank God if you can, you don't want to bulk up them coming back. So MailIn Protest weekly through Monday through Thursday. What we want change in jurisdiction. That's highlighted inside that letter. The Chief Hall, as well as a criminal investigation into my son's case, because it is a criminal case. There's also a case of foul play. We did present those evidence to the Buckeye Police Department, like I said, who were refusing that. But we need another investigative department to be able to do so. I don't trust the Buckeye Police Department. I have no more, after everything they've done, I have not trusted anything they're involved with. FBI involvement as well. We need the FBI into my son's case. Of course, you guys, that's one of the biggest parts to getting some of the answers that we're looking for, the resources that is needed. So you can just download and print the Police Help by going to policehelpfinddaniel.com. You can download and print these PDFs out. You can sign those letters if you like I said, if you want to return. But the goal is just to get those mails into those departments, like overwhelmingly get mails into those departments. Make sure that they're receiving all these mails in that small window that I have from Monday through Thursday to kind of lock it in really tight. But the mail-in protest is weekly, like I said, and the mail-in window is every Monday through Thursday. And we're trying to get those constant mails going into those apartments. Send as many letters as you can, you guys, and encourage others, whether it's a church or organizations and things like that. Please, if you guys can, encourage. One of the biggest parts of the letters that I want to send is the one to Chief Hall. That date will be changing pretty soon because everything you see here, we'll be changing it on the website. So what I'm saying, you guys, if you can, make sure this is one of the main ones. If you want to send out, you say, hey, I want to send out X amount, and I really don't need all this FOIA one going. Definitely hit this one right here with this address to Chief Larry Hall. That's going to be going directly to him. I want to really saturate his mailbox with letters, right? And this letters, you guys can read it yourself when you print it out. If you want to add some additional stuff, you can yourself. But I would be adding this right here, and as well as a poster. You guys can imagine what a protest look like if you're part of the protest. A protest usually is you standing out there holding your signs and things like that, and with these sayings like "no justice, no peace" to you name it. So what I'm going to do is to back up. This is not it, of course. It's going to be something similar to this. I will be doing like a protest sign to go along with these letters that you guys can see in, as well as going to be a protest type, PDF or whatever. And you guys can definitely send that if you want to as well, to try to say, hey, look, this is going to go along with the physical. So by the time you guys get some of those in a few weeks from now, when I have the physical protest, those will be coming in along with the posters that we actually be holding in our hands and things like that, the protest signs. So again, you guys, thank you so much for being a part of this live. This is a special live. I did not do a Q&A the other night. I have some family emergencies and things like that, so I had to make sure I took care of that. But definitely, thank you guys for coming into this live and hear what I have to say. And this is also going to be recorded, you guys, so you guys can, whoever missed it, can go back and look at this, and go back and look at this live and join in. Then just kind of go back over what we talked about already. So again, this is a live that I'm putting on for the MailIn Protest. It's a very important event, something that really had to be done, and I want to make sure that I get that squared away. I think I froze up, you guys. I think what I did is put a share screen in, and somehow I am losing my feed. So again, I'm going to keep talking until I see if I can get this back. If I can't get it back, I'm going to go ahead and end this live. But I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for being a part of this, being a part of this live, and going with everything I'm doing right now. Let me see if I can get this feed back. Let's see here. I think I'm having a little freezing up on my end here. Let me see if I can get some of this bandwidth back here. All right, let me see. All right, let's see. All right, there we go. Let me go ahead and share this real quick. We get with you for you guys, so we can get on out of here. All right. This is the website, the Please Help Find Daniel website. Of course, you guys, thanks so much. All you have to do is, again, you guys, those who want to mail off those letters off for me, go to pleasehelpfinddaniel.com. You just scroll down a little part here, and you'll see the PDF button here. I'm going to change the date right here. Don't mind the date. I just didn't have time to change. Like I said, guys, I had family emergency, but I will, as soon as I get off this live, I will be changing that. So you guys can look at it for a Monday through Friday. It's not going to be for the 10th and things like that, but it's going to be a every week thing. We're going to make this thing weekly, but it's the same concept, you guys. You go to the website, you click the button there, and you definitely will have the PDF waiting for you. There's a couple of PDFs that's here. Of course, the top ones will be the one for the FOIAs that's going to the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office, as well as going down to the Buckeye Police Department's records office, and also the Tempe Police Department's records office. And the reason why I asked you guys to do that as well, if y'all want those information, those some things like, for instance, for Tempe, for example, They will have some public record as well. In my son's case, with some things they can release, since it's not their case, they call it, because some things they can release where you guys know that I had them to do some forensics on electronics, Daniel's vehicle, of his devices from the apartment, his apartment. Also, this, like I said, this again, this last letter is the one that I want to really saturate, and this is right here to Chief Larry Hall, directly to him. This is the address. You guys can address it to him. If you guys, like I say, want to return from him, you can sign that and put your return address. But if not, but if you got like 10 of them, for instance, you make one of them return so you can get those information. But then the other 9, you can just send them in. You know what I'm saying? Because I want this, like I said, I want those numbers going into that department. So that's what the whole game is, to try to get that numbers in overwhelmingly. Letters coming out all at the one time, saying the same things and things like that, from people, from the public, from those who signed the petition, that said they want to support what I'm doing and be a part of that. So again, thank you guys again. I apologize for this horrible feed that I may have. I'll be working on that in the background. But thank you so much, guys, for joining in. And if you guys have any questions, of course, I'll be talking about this on the Q&A. You best believe I will be coming back, hopefully sometime today, to do another live. I'm gonna fix this bandwidth stuff and another live, and we could talk about it some more. Of course, we're not giving up on Daniel. We're not giving up on Daniel. Let me see if I have anybody in the comment sections. I do want to say something to each and every last one of you who have come in just to even watch this live in the middle of the day. I know a lot of you are working. So thank you so much for being here. Brooke, thank you so much. Hello to you. Thank you. I really appreciate you for thinking about us. Also, PM channel, thank you so much for constantly being in. Hello to you and all the chat as well. Thank you so much for being here. Also, Tub 883, I really appreciate you. And thank you, Barry, for putting that up on the personal chats. That, yeah, the signal is really good. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys can see everything. On my end, it looked fuzzy. So, but Tub 83, thank you for being here. Hello from England, and thank you so much. I don't know what time it is there. I'm assuming it may be kind of late. So thanks so much for actually putting in your time and helping us out here. Also, thank you, Paula. Thank you for being a part of this live. I really appreciate you coming in. Also, you too, Brooke. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm just now seeing this MailIn Protest. Is it okay if I mail it off tomorrow, even though it's not in the window? You can, but Brooke, the whole thing is, you guys, I really want you to see if y'all can do it in the window, Monday through Friday. We can get them all sent around the same time. And the reason why, like I said, I want them all coming overwhelmingly. I don't want to be like everyday mail to this department. Like, oh, we got a mail here, we can handle this. We got a mail there. We get them all at one time, hitting them all at one time. That's what I'm really, really trying to accomplish. But Brooke, if that's the easier way for you, yes, by all means, do so. But that's what I'm trying to accomplish, is to try to get everybody to get those mail in at the same time. So either way you can, I'm grateful for that, and I really appreciate it, Brooke. So thank you so much. Also, thank you, Mr. Q, for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I will. Thank you so much for. I did see the phone ring, but I was getting this live straightened out, so I wasn't able to stop right then. But thank you so much for calling, Mr. Q. I really appreciate you for being on this live as well. Also, thank you again for being here, Mr. Q. I really appreciate it. And thank you. Esther, thank you so much for being here as well. I really appreciate you coming out to the live as well, and this to join in with us. PM channel again. I really appreciate it. T and Wildflower, thank you so much for being here this today in today's this live. I don't want you guys know I'll be wanting to say Q&A. This is not the Q&A, of course, but I'm getting close to saying that. So, but thank you, Barry, for being here as well, and give me the information about how clear things may. You guys can see the live. Okay. Also, thank you, Brittany Gradden, for being here as well. The Buckeye Police Department website still seems to take credit for all the work you have done with their timeline. Yes, and of course they do. You guys, that just no efforts from their part, other than, oh, we did a search here, we talked to this person, but they won't give names and details and things about what they've done, because there's none there. on the Buckeye Police Department website still says that, and I can almost believe that too to be true. I know that would be true. They have done it in the past. Thanks so for forever curious for being here, you guys. I really appreciate everybody who participated in this. And if you guys can, like I said, share it. Thank you, Lisa. Share it with everybody that you come in contact with. You can to have them just drop a letter in the mail. So, and forever curious is thank you so much. Yes, you can. Is it okay to send letters from Scotland too? Not sure how long it would take. Yes, yes, I wouldn't know how long it would take either. That's why I was putting that window up where I have you guys. I was trying to make sure, like those who on the East Coast, if you send it out, for instance, on Monday, it'll be coming there at least by Thursday, right? And that way those who out in the West Coast, they doing it all from Monday through Thursday, Monday through Wednesday, and if they doing it from Monday, Wednesday, they know their mail gonna actually make it there on Thursday. So all the mail's coming in on Thursdays, and sometimes before Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that's the reason why you guys. What I'm trying to do is make all the letters come in kind of around the same time, and that draws a lot of attention, right? Especially when they all saying the same thing. They all have the same, um, you know, reading and things that need to what we're talking about, the whole subject matter, for lack of words. Thank you, Karita, for being here as well. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your prayers, and I know you're a prayer warrior, so I know what you're doing. I really appreciate it as much. Everything you're doing. All right, you guys, I'm going to jump off here. I will be making another live. I will be checking this video, this live here. And if everything checked out all right, I may not do another live. If it didn't, I will do another because I want to make sure what I'm presenting to everybody is clear. I want to be able you guys can really understand what I'm saying and also can get the information that I really need you to get. But I will begin on the website and correct some of those things and redoing those right after I get off of this live here. So you guys, when you go onto the website, pleasehelpfinddane.com, you'll see those changes being made on the website to reflect that this is a weekly thing until we get to justice. So I'm saying, you guys, it's gonna be a weekly thing. You guys can get those letters out and constantly getting these letters out every week. That will help. A lot of people have been donating things like that. This is one form of donating as well. I really appreciate it, you guys. If you guys can help me on that with a stamp, stamp with some envelopes and maybe some ink or something that comes on your for your printer. So I really, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate you guys who are doing that, taking time out to put a letter in the mail on behalf of Daniel, getting this justice that I'm looking for as a father, getting these actions that I'm looking for as a father, to get Daniel's case moved to a department that will produce results. I haven't found anything that the Buckeye Police Department have done yet to date that bringing us closer to answers. They can just talk about what they say they did. Oh, we did a search here, did a search there, unvalidated searches, but they did this and they did that. You got some few searches that are validated, but they're producing nothing, right? When you guys with me out in the desert, we reduced a lot. My investigator that I hired produced a lot. We produced all the things you know about this case, from the 11 additional miles to the red transfer paints to, there's everything, the time and date. That came out of my pocket, not the Buckeye Police Department. Their funding, the 48 weeks of searches out there, finding human remains did not involve law enforcement at all, money-wise or anything. So you guys, like I said, everything in Daniel's case thus far is my efforts, and my money and my time. And you guys, when I say my money, your time is your money as well, especially those you guys who've been donating and being a part. Your money as well, if you haven't donated at all and you came out to the searches and you spend your gas money to be a part of the search. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I can start over talking. So thank you so much, you guys. And I will see you guys on Q&A, or I'll see you guys on the next live. God bless you. I'll talk to you later.